I'm here at BGG.CON 2014 with Scott from Arcane Wonders.
Yeah, how you doing? You having fun?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's a wild party already.
Yeah. So what would you like to show us today?
So today we're going to talk about Mage Wars. This is our flagship and our foundation game. It's a two-player game. It takes about an hour to an hour and a half for new players to play. It is, as we were talking earlier, between light, medium, and heavy games. We'd probably classify this as a heavy game. If you were to take the best of Magic the Gathering and Warhammer and combine them together to have a baby, you would have Mage Wars. The concept is that you're a mage fighting against another mage, and you're trying to defeat them by reducing their health to 0. The way you do that is by casting enchantments, casting creatures, and attacking them. But the difference is that in other games, you're at the mercy of the luck of the draw. You have to shuffle a deck, and you have to hope that you're going to get the right cards that you want to play with. In our game, you actually have a spellbook, and you have full access to the spellbook of all of your cards throughout the game. So if you have a 2-card combo that you decide I want to play on turn 1, you can do that. You have access to it. You don't have to hope and put your hand on top of your deck and pray that that's what you're going to get. So it allows for a lot more strategic gameplay and a lot less luck of the draw, so to speak. The other thing is that, as you can see by what's in front of us, it's played out over a board, and you have zones in front of you, so there is movement and line of sight and range involved as well. But right now, the only real luck factor in the game is based on the dice that you roll to attack with. So for example, if I had a character that rolled 3 dice to attack, I would take my 3 dice and roll them. The only options to get are 2 blanks, 2 critical damage, which are the starburst, and then 2 regular damage, which are the non-starburst. The difference is really simple. Critical damage goes right through armor, non-critical damage gets absorbed by armor, and it's that simple. Comes down to a lot more tactical decisions as to what you're doing on the battlefield, a lot more strategies about how you built your spellbook and what you're going to do to your opponents, and then also a few surprises along the way. One of the nice things about the game is there are enchantments in the game that come into play face down, and no one knows what they are until you take the time and spend the mana to flip them face up. Some of them could be maybe more melee attack, maybe more defense, maybe move you around the board. You know they're not going to be a spell of cuddling or hugging because they're just not about that. It's all about war and fighting, but it gives you a really good, deep strategic experience.
And the aim of the game is to destroy the other mage.
Exactly. You each have a health total, and the object is to reduce your opponent to 0. Yeah.
And how do you cast spells? You have a little mana table.
Yep, and this is perfect. This is one of our magnetic status boards, so this won't fall over, which is really cool. You basically have a couple of different attributes that you track throughout the game. You have a channeling number, and what that means is at the beginning of every turn, you're going to add that number to your mana supply. Your mana supply is completely cumulative, so it keeps going up and down as you use it and spend it. So, for example, this card costs me 9 mana to bring out. So if I wanted to do that, I would have to have 9 mana in my mana pool. I would reduce that down, and I would bring it out into play. Then we also track your damage taken and healed, and your life gained and lost. That may seem weird because most people just think, well, why don't you just take how much damage that you've actually taken? But between those 2 attributes, you can do a lot of funky and fun gameplay in that. A great example is that our priestess in the game has the ability to keep increasing her top line life every time she reveals a holy enchantment. So there's a lot of different strategies and a lot of different play styles. As you can see from what's behind us with this banner, we have 14 different mages in the game right now. The 2 new ones that are going to come out later next year are going to be the Paladin and the Siren, which are up top. Constantly adding new mages, constantly adding new game styles, different ways for people to play. But the most fun thing is that you could play a Warlock and I could play a Warlock, and they can be completely different. Even though they're the same character, even though they may have the same innate abilities, you could build your spellbook as more fast and rush type. I could build mine as more slow, prodding, and large damage type, and still use the same characters, which is really, really fun.
And you can really spend a lot of time, like, personally crafting your spellbook.
You can. You can get lost in it. In fact, some of my friends and I have made spellbooks, never actually played them in the game because we get playing and putting the spellbook together, and then we go, ooh, well, we could change this. Oh, well, we could change this. And it almost becomes its own little metagame, so to speak. So, but it's a lot of fun. It offers a lot of enjoyment. We also actually have the ability to build spellbooks online. If you go to our website at ArcaneWonders.com, under resources and download, there's an online spellbook builder. So if you haven't bought the game and you want to check out some of the cards and some of the other things in it, you can go there and see a lot of stuff about it as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.